Hello fellow modelers, this is P.J.C. 2.0 and this is my Klingon battlecruiser build. Now, I did this build once years ago, but I didn't light it. So I decided to try light this one this time, since I haven't built this model in years. But right now I've just light blocked the inside and hit the outside with adhesion promoter. Now I'm getting ready to put in the lighting. Now before I light blocked the inside, I had already pre-drilled out the holes for the windows, and I watched episodes of Star Trek The Next Generation where this ship first appeared, and I learned where all the windows are so I can make sure I got all of them. And I learned where the nav strobe lighting was so I could draw out the holes for them. And now I'm just putting warm white LED strips inside the model to light it. For the warp engine lighting, I am using 2 pieces of red LED strip tape, and I'm hoping that these 2 pieces you see me putting in right now are enough. And if they're not, I'll cut 2 smaller pieces of this red LED strip tape and put them in the back of the nacelle, just behind the clear piece, to see if that makes it a little brighter when I light them. Now I'm just soldering the wiring to the LED strips. Now all the lighting in this, except for the strobes and the weapon lighting, they're all going to be connected together, because the size of the mounting rod I'm using doesn't have a lot of room. So I'm going to have to be careful with how much wiring I'm using. Now I'm just testing the lighting I put in this headpiece. And it looks like this one small piece of LED tape was enough to light it. Now what I'm doing is basically just hot gluing these pieces of LED tape in place and soldering on some last minute wiring. Now I'm just testing the window lighting, make sure everything's working. Now I'm just soldering the wiring to these pieces of LED tape on the top side, and then I'm going to test them to make sure they're all working. And so far so good. All these LED strip pieces are working. I don't have to replace anything. So now it's time to put in the nav strobes. Now I noticed on the filming model there were only 3 flashing strobe lights, 2 on top, 1 on the bottom. And there are 8 nav lights, 4 green, 4 red. And there are 4 additional nav lights up front. Right now I'm testing the white nav lights, make sure all 4 are working. And so far everything's looking good. All 4 lights are working. Now I just gotta remember to add a resistor to these SMDs before I glue this headpiece together. Now I'm just testing the top side strobes, make sure they're working before I light block them. So far so good, all 3 strobes are working, and now I'm just gonna light block them with this black CA glue. Then I'm going to start gluing in the green nav lights. And then I'm going to test each one to make sure they're working. Now, as I said before, there are only 8 nav lights in this model, 4 green and 4 red. Now I'm just gluing in the green ones first. I'm going to make sure all of them work. Then I'm going to add a resistor to them later. Now I'm putting in the 4 red nav lights, and like before, I'm going to test each one before I light block them. Now each SMD is going to get a 1000 ohm resistor added to them. That way I know it'll run on 9 or 12 volts. Alright, now all the red and green nav lights are in. Now it's time to move on to the torpedo lights. Now, for the photon torpedo firing effect, I will be using the Madman Lighting Dual Photon Torpedo Firing Effects board. Now, the photon torpedo firing effects will be in the front photon torpedo launcher and in the rear torpedo launcher. And for the lighting effect, I am using red and green LEDs. Now for the impulse engine, I am using 3mm flickering red LEDs. And as you can see, I've got them enclosed inside 2 styrene boxes that I made up. That way the light is going out in the direction I want it to go, and it will not spill out into the rest of the model. And so far, the rear photon torpedo lighting effect looks like it's working okay. Now I just need to add some resistors to them.